know all the Vedas by memory.
I see.
You cannot become a priest unless you are born in a Brahmin family or a Pandit.
Oh, okay.
So
You're talking about Brahmin, the born in Brahmin family. Okay.
No.
What about this? They call it Punarjanama and 84 lakhs.
So I will tell you about this Mahabharata.
Okay, yeah,
Rama,
Mahabharata,
see. This comes under the category of not even Upanishad. They are called the what you call Itikasas. Itikasa means great parable.
Oh, parable.
A big parable.
I see.
It's a story. See, there must be some foundation. In the Vedic period, they say this happened even before some 5,000 or 6,000 years before Jesus Christ.
I see.
It should be mentioned in the Vedas.
Okay.
Such a big story.
Yeah.
They admire it. But nothing of this is found in the Vedas.
Oh.
If they believe Vedas are
very
true,
strange.
and if these things happened during the Vedic period,
Uh-huh.
why they have failed to mention about this Mahabharata
Mahabharata,
war and everything in the
I see.
Vedas? It
Okay.
only comes under the canon of Smriti, that's what we believe.
Uh-huh.
So, but there must be some foundation.
I see.
See, India is a country, that time it was not India, it was called Sindhu Valley.
Okay.
Sindhu Valley.
Sindhu Valley.
Sindhu Valley extended from Afghanistan up to Burma, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, all these small islands.
Okay.
This is called
India.
Sindhu
Okay.
Valley.
Okay.
So the Persians and the Arabians and Jews and Egyptians were living in the Middle East.
Okay.
And Kabul is the headquarters for Indus Valley.
Indus Valley.
Sindhu Valley.
Okay, Sindhu.
So the Persians were the first group to enter into through the Khyber and Bolan Pass
I see.
to Sindhu Valley.
Okay.
And the Persians should not have the alphabet C. They cannot say Sindhu,
Oh, okay.
but they had only He.
I see.
So they called it Hindu Valley. So Sindhu Valley,
Persians
changed
into Hindu.
changed into Hindu Valley.
Okay.
Hindu does not mean a religion on those days. It was the name of the country.
Oh, but they, today we see it's a Hinduism.
Now, when they called it Hindu Valley, then after some time, the Arabians came,
Okay.
who became Muslims.
Okay.
And they called it Hindustan.
Aha. Okay.
Then later period, and the Portuguese and the French people came to India. They grabbed some places. And they called Indies.
Okay.
Even today, if you go to Germany and all the European countries, they call Indi,
Well,
not India.
I
They
see,
call
Indies.
Indies.
Yes, Indies.
So we have West Indies,
West Indies, yes.
Indies,
Indies.
and East Indies.
Okay. Yeah.
So this Indies, when the English people came, they started to grab one state after another.
Okay.
India was about 85 countries on those days. It was not one country.
Oh, huge.
So they started to grab one after another. Finally, they brought every country under their control
All right.
and named it All India. Even
Okay,
today,
Britishers.
when the English
Yeah.
news is read in India, they say this is All,
All
India,
India
Radio.
Radio, that's right.
Even
Yeah.
in the Indian Constitution, it is under All India.
India. Okay.
So India means it is not one country. Even in the Bible, when it says from India to Ethiopia,
Yeah.
King Xerxes was ruling 127 countries.
Okay.
So how big it was then at those times. Even before 1947, you must see the picture of India.
Yeah. Okay.
When the English people gave independence to India, they gave independence to all the other states. See, Malaysia was separated, Burma was separated,
Oh, I see. All
Sri Lanka
pieces.
was separated, Afghanistan was separated,
Okay.
Pakistan separated.
Separated,
Now we have only a small India.
Small India. I see.
But that time it was a very big. So even that, when they say people who lived in India, they developed gradually one after another. The Jews came, the Babylonians came, and the Egyptians came. The Jews were proclaiming only one God.
Okay.
The Babylonians worshipped idols, and the Egyptians worshipped idols. They all brought their faith into India. That time India was an animist country. Nature worship, hero worship. There was no religion at all.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So when these people came, somebody followed Egyptians, somebody followed Jews, somebody followed. So there was multiple colors started to form.
Okay.
And gradually they started sacrifice. The Jews started sacrificing animals for the remission of sin, according to the Old Testament.
Okay, Old Testament.
Indian people also followed some of their faith.
Uh-huh.
And some Mahavir, he was a great Dravidian, and he raised up and said, why do you kill animals in the name of God? Let us not believe in God. Let us not kill any animal.
I see.
That teaching was followed by a group of people which was called Jainism.
Jainism, yes.
Jainism.
Okay.
So he was the leader for that.
I see.
Mahavir.
Mahavir. Yeah, okay.
And Siddhartha, who was living in Nepal, that time there was no Hindu religion.
I see.
He was following the animist religion.
Uh-huh.
So some thoughts from other people who entered into India. We cannot say it was a Hindu religion. So Siddhartha came out of the palace and found this old age man and death and all these things. He was frustrated, and he left his palace and searching for the truth.
Okay.
And he followed the teaching of this Mahavir.
Okay.
And when he started to preach, adding some of his findings, because he was a prince, all the kings invited him to their courts and asked him to say what he feels in his heart.
Uh-huh.
And mostly the North Indian soil became a Buddhist country.
Okay.
So even before the birth of Jesus Christ, India, except the southernmost part, Tamil Chera Chola Pandya kingdom, India was a Buddhist country.
Before Christ?
Yes.
Okay.
For 600 years, there was Buddhists who ruled India.
Uh-huh.
And for 800 years, the Muslims ruled India. These are all historical facts. We cannot deny that. So during Buddhist rule, they abolished all animal sacrifices.
Okay. Okay.
So this is the thing where these people, the Pandits, who have no place to live, because they lived only on sacrificing animals.
Okay.
And
All right.
now they have no place to stand with.
Okay, yeah.
So their craftiness and cunningness, they started to split the Buddhist religion. They split the Jainist religion as two sects like. And the Jainism was split. And Buddhism was split. Buddhism was split as Mahayana and Hinayana. And Dihambara and Nikambara in Jainism.
Okay. Yeah, Dihambara. Yeah.
So when they split a religion, it was easy for them to go in. So gradually they chased out all the religious leaders out of India.
I see.
Now Buddhism was born in India. It was a ruling kingdom in India. Where is Buddhism today? It all went eastwardly.
I see.
Because of these people chased them out.
Chased them out, okay.
And then what they left with this, you asked about Punarjanma.
Yeah.
See, the faith of the Buddhists is Punarjanma because they didn't believe in God.
Oh.
See, suppose if I ask somebody, what will happen to your soul after death? If he believes in God, he will say, God will find a remedy for my soul.
I see.
But these Buddhists never believed in God. They never preached about God. Buddha never told that he is a God incarnation. It is only these people made him an incarnation.
Oh, I see.
And they have to say some answer. What they said, when a person dies, he has to take another birth.
Okay.
So what he does in this life will be accumulated for his other life.
Other life, okay.
And that what he does in that life will be continued for his other life.
Okay.
And like that it has to go on and on. Then how many births we have to take?
Okay.
So Punarjanma is a philosophy.
Okay.
So suppose if I suffer with tuberculosis,
Okay.
if it is my janma, it is because of my janma.
Okay.
Why I should go to hospital? I should die. I should accept the janma, the karma.
Yeah, okay.
See, suppose if you lose one of your legs, if it is your karma,
Okay.
then you have to live with one
Live
leg.
with one leg.
Why do you go and make an artificial leg? You want to break the karma.
Okay.
See, why should Vivekananda or Paramahamsa, all these people started doing something good in the religion? Did they want to abolish karma?
I see.
See, karma is stamped on the fate is stamped on everybody's head because of the craftiness of these Brahmin people.
Oh.
So they took something from the Buddhist religion and mixed with their philosophy. So I read one story in one of the Upanishads.